All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Spot. Popped up and distracted me. Another episode of the Always Chillin' Podcast. Kennedy and the Sandman here in the barbershop once again. I'm trying to figure out why we want Greenland so bad. But all these articles have like they're paywalled, and I click on them, some shit pops up.
The country?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out why
Why we want it?
like what we want it so bad for.
What do they have?
Why? I'm just gonna Google it. Why? And I want to talk about the news and stuff, but I don't want to talk about anything that's going on here.
What comes from Greenland? What do they ship out? What they got?
All right, why does the U.S. want Greenland?
Is that where that clear ice come from?
Oh, it's something about security. It's important for security.
Yeah.
It's a strategic position between Eurasia, North America, and the Arctic zone.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, Trump won't rule out military force to take Greenland. Imagine if we invaded Greenland. Jesus
Do they even have a military? They don't even have a military, do they? Ain't they? Don't they rely on the Dutch?
They're part of Denmark, I think.
They don't even have an army, do they?
I think so. But I mean, if we did that, like all of Europe would fight us, probably. Like
I would think so.
World War III would start, and we would be on Russia and China's side.
I mean, why you gonna go pick on the little homie? That's like picking on the little homie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Greenland ain't
There's
never.
already American bases there. Like we don't have to own.
Do we
Greenland.
have? I was about to say, do we have bases in Greenland already?
We don't have to own Greenland for. We could be their friend and be there too.
Ain't that where them clear ice cubes? That good ice? Is that? Am I thinking about Iceland or Greenland?
It has something to do with global warming too, but I thought we didn't think that was real anymore.
Oh yeah, ain't nobody talking about that no more. No wonder why it's 80, 90 degrees one day and it's 36 the next day.
It has an abundance of mineral wealth.
Oh shit!
So like
Ukraine,
yeah,
minerals.
What kind of minerals?
What kind of minerals? What they got?
Greenland.
See if I want some.
Greenland.
Ask me if I want some. Shit. What the fuck? What, y'all just gonna take it for y'all? What the fuck?
Minerals are
and
found?
I share
Gold, diamond, zinc, shit like that.
God damn. Gold, diamond, zinc. What's that look like? And what you need it for?
And this article is about Putin being like, hey, he's not playing about talking about taking Greenland. You better take him seriously about that. Putin's out there like, he's pretty serious about this. It's like, who fucking cares?
Mm-hmm. Some Smokey and the Bandit shit going on.
Yeah. Well, see, and then I'm like, what are you actually doing? Because you wouldn't talk about your actual plans like that, you know? Like the stuff that you actually wanted to do, you wouldn't be on the news like, I'm going to fuck Greenland up.
Okay.
The stuff that they actually
and
want
he's
to do
done this before.
Is secret.
And he's done this before. So is that not is it not treason? Help me if I'm wrong.
What treason?
Treason, like telling your plans, like your war plans and shit.
Well,
like
I don't think that's a war.
Invading another country.
I don't think that's a war plan. He's not saying he's going to do it. He's just not saying he would. He wouldn't.
So the trickery, the verbiage,
like
the language.
He's not saying that he would. They asked him if he would, and he didn't say that he wouldn't.
His handler told him to say it like this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Whoever.
The old Trump, he would, he would just.
I don't know. I think he's just too old for that now. I think he's just tired. He's only there because he didn't want to go to jail.
Right.
And now he's like, well, I guess I got to do this.
And he's what? Day. He's what? 80, 81?
He's like 82 or something.
Who's to say the same thing that happened in Biden won't happen to this motherfucker?
I don't know.
Next week.
I'm sure it will.
Next month. In 6 months.
We'll see videos.
I mean, come on, man.
Of him falling down the stairs and shit.
I'm not a fan of none of these motherfuckers. So
he's tall too. So
I'm like, yo, man, he's the same age as that motherfucker.
Yeah. So if he falls off a bike, it's a long.
If he falls down or gets food poisoning, the wrong shit. If he cuts his finger and it bleeds too hard, this motherfucker might check out himself. So hold y'all's horses.
I know it's crazy.
Don't take it too personal, people. Just wait, because shit can happen to this motherfucker, too. He 80 fucking years old. I know there's some bad 80 motherfucking year old motherfuckers out here, but not this motherfucker.
Sometimes I feel like some people only see pictures of him on the internet and like pictures that he posts where he's like, his hair is still super full and he's like
Hey man,
He's really thin.
just like these chicks out here using these filters and shit.
Right.
You think he got? I mean, what's his son, Baron? Hey, he's the tech guy, right? What he say? Yo, he knows how to use that shit, man. Just like these chicks is using them, he's using them. He can slim his midsection
I
down.
think he has a 6-pack or something. It's weird.
Get the fuck out of here. Nah, no way.
Like, I bet you there's people who would be surprised. I bet they think he's like 60. Not a lot, but I bet there's some people.
He looks better. Joe Biden, he looked
he
like
looked
he was a Walking Dead man there, probably about 2 years ago.
I don't know about better. I feel like Trump photographs better because he wears all that makeup.
More photogenic. Yeah, he does.
But I feel like if you see him in person, I bet it doesn't.
Well, he probably scared the shit out you.
Yeah, I bet it looks.
See that motherfucker wake up in the morning, we go take that morning
rough.
shit. That's when I'm at my worst, boy. I go take that morning shit. Woo!
Like he looks like an 80-year-old guy. He does.
Yeah, it probably scared the shit out you. Cause that hair, man. Oh man, as a barber, as a professional barber, I wonder who. I don't even think it's a barber. I think he has a cosmetologist.
He takes that off and puts it on the side of the bed.
It could be even that.
You know,
I could be that. I think that about Dolly Parton too. I think Dolly Parton takes off her whole face. I think she has like 6 different faces.
Well, she I think it was her. She says that when she just dresses normal, she can go out in public and nobody even knows who she
probably
is.
wouldn't. She
just goes to the grocery store.
She probably scared the shit at you in the morning too. She go take her morning shit. God damn. Who else? Cher.
Yeah.
How old is she? 80. How the fuck old is Cher?
Let's
She got who is the motherfucker fucking Cher right now, dog? He ought to be a goddamn shame himself.
Yeah, she's 78.
Is it LeBron James' homeboy? It ain't
Nah.
It ain't Bron's homeboy, is it?
Let's see.
What's
see.
this dude's
Let's see
name?
what Cher looks like.
Fucking somebody's grandma, man. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I mean, she looks really good for 80. For 80?
That's a whole lot of makeup, man.
Oh, I mean, I'm not saying like she doesn't look old. I'm saying for 80, like she.
Ooh, dog.
Like she looks like she's aged. Like she doesn't look like she's done a shit
unless
ton
she
of, like,
wakes
plastic
up and
surgery
gets
stuff.
straight in the stylist chair and she has her team working on her. Well, you roll over in the middle of the night and see that.
I'm not saying I want to fuck her. I'm saying that she looks like she has aged gracefully, man. Let's see, Cher. Who shares a boyfriend?
75. Ooh, I'm 50, man, and that wouldn't even be right.
Oh, dude, Alexander Edwards. Who's that?
That wouldn't be right. Him. That's him. man, I talk about your motherfucking ass so bad.
Who's Alexander Edwards?
You fucking grandma, dog.
He's getting it, dude.
Yeah, he's getting it all right. He's getting that bag.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
He's 38.
He's 38, man.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here,
That's
man.
older than I thought he was.
You hitting. That's your grandma. That's your grandma, dog. What's his name?
His kids, his name is Alexander Edwards. His kid's name. You ready for his kid's name? His kid's name is / Electric Alexander Edwards.
Oh.
That's all one name. / Electric Alexander Edwards.
Okay.
Yeah. And Cher is his stepmom, I guess.
Step grandma?
Yeah.
Mama?
Stepmom.
Mama grandma?
Stepmom. Yeah.
Mama.
Yeah.
Mama step great. Mom.
They go out.
She
and
all
shit.
of it.
This is /
Man.
and Cher and Alexander Edwards. I don't know who Alexander Edwards is.
Yeah, who is he? What does he do?
I think he's Amber Rose's baby daddy.
Oh shit.
Seems like / Electric Alexander Edwards' mom is Amber Rose.
That sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Well, goddamn.
But I don't even know why Amber Rose is famous.
Why is she famous? What does she do? Please, I'm
gonna figure out.
Let's do. I've been asking that question. What does she do?
I bet it's like a sex tape situation.
What? Yeah.
Maybe she's like a. I don't know about a rapper, but does she do music or something?
I've never seen her or heard her rap.
We'll find out about Amber Rose.
Yeah, let's see what this motherfucker do.
Or was she like dating one of the Kardashians?
That seems to be the easiest way for these bitches
Kardashian
to get famous.
I think maybe she was dating Rob Kardashian or something.
Or Wiz Khalifa, or was that before?
Oh, I think it was Wiz Khalifa too. So she's just like, well, I don't know.
Video chick? Is she a video chick? Was she one of them?
She's just like a habitual baby mama or something.
I mean, shit. I mean, that seems to be one of the easiest ways to do it today.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
Let's see why she famous. Why she's
Trying to figure out who
even
this
relevant.
He's the vice president of A&R at Def Jam Records. What's A&R? The vice president of A&R at Def Jam Records.
What is A&R?
I have no idea. So he works at Def Jam, I guess.
In prison, A&R is arts and rec.
Maybe that's what it is. At Def
Maybe she's
Jam.
arts and rec. I don't know.
I don't know. And Amber Rose is a. It talks about Amber Rose in this too. I gotta scroll again. Elliot loaded a bunch of ads and fucked my shit up.
Huh.
All right, so he's VP of A&R at Def Jam Records, known for his relationship with model and reality star Amber Rose. So I guess she was a model.
She's a model.
He and Rose got together in 2018, had a son in 2019,
models.
who they named Slash Electric Alexander Edwards. They broke up in 2021. His current relationship status with Cher is that they're exploring reconciliation. Something happened.
Uh-oh.
They want to give things a second try. They're not back together yet.
Uh-oh. You made grandma mad, dog.
He's in the doghouse.
Didn't bring her Pepsi and her baby Ruth home.
Yeah, so it seems like they're together. We're not sure.
Oh. How did that happen?
How long have they been together? Since 2022, they've been together.
So since she was 72?
Yeah. Cher tweeted about it. Said he's 36. He came after me.
Yeah.
He's consistent. We love each other. Ladies never give up. She says they get along great, so whatever. And Cher said, if I didn't date younger men, I never would have dated anybody. I guess she's
like
always
young.
dated young.
Okay.
Dated
All
younger
right.
men, so whatever.
She like them young tenders.
Oh, when and why did they break up the first time? All right.
Yeah, what'd he do? Cher cheated?
I don't know. The exact reason was never disclosed, but the report revealed they were never engaged.
Cher cheated.
Edwards had just gotten Cher a diamond ring for the holidays.
She cheated.
So yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
They seem like they're in love.
Cher cheated.
They're recording music together.
Oh, is it?
That's what that he's.
Is that what he does?
That's what he's after.
He's trying to get them.
If he's the VP in something at Def Jam Records, you think he could just record something?
I don't watch them shows, but you know, like the love and hip hop bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll be channel surfing and shit before I get ready to take my nap, scratching my balls, and I'll be like, let me watch this shit for a couple minutes. I don't know none of these motherfuckers, but they talking about songs on the radio and songs they produced and shit. Like, is he one of them motherfuckers? Is that where he's from?
Maybe it didn't say anything about that.
Love and don't nobody know these hip hoppers.
I'm gonna
Because I want to say Amber Rose was even on some shit like that too.
Well, it said reality star, so maybe.
Okay.
VP A&R.
She a stripper? Was she a stripper? I think she was a stripper.
What is VP of A&R? Nothing will tell me what A&R is.
A&R.
But the main priority for them, I guess every record label has one of those. Main priority for them is to sign new talent and support their creative process. Seek new talent, add them to the roster.
So a yes man, like a fucking yes
songs
man
for creative projects. It's like a recruiter. Like he goes and go find, sign, and develop new musical talent, acting as a talent scout.
So shit, we can be A&Rs, dog.
Could be.
Shit, I'm gonna put that on my Facebook profile. A&R.
I've never done that. Seems like they make pretty good money.
I mean, fuck. Let's try it.
So there you go. I don't know what A&R actually means.
A&R,
Artists and repertoire. Wikipedia finally told me. Artists and repertoire.
That's a thing. Artists and repertoire.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So I guess the producer's just a producer then.
Yeah, kind of. I think they just work for the label. I think their job is just to do whatever the artist wants.
Are they? Yeah, they get paid good money, so they must be important to the label.
Must be.
I guess it
I don't
depends on their personality too, because not every A&R is known.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
think.
we only know about him because
We
he's
only know
fucking
about him.
Cher. Yeah.
Because he's fucking Cher. That's it, dog. That's
Or
the only
else-
reason we know.
That's the only
you.
reason I even know A&R's a thing.
I ain't even know your name. I actually thought he was older than that. 38 and 75. Damn. Man, she was going through menopause when you was born. But she ain't going through it now, so you good. I mean, that's a plus. She can't get pregnant. I mean, shit. But you can't really wear that ass out either, though.
I know.
Dog. She
I know.
80, man.
Maybe
She gonna be
they're
tapping out on you and shit,
maybe they're
homie.
super actually in love, and it's all good.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be.
I don't know,
And if Leonardo DiCaprio can do it,
though.
because I mean, when he's 80, he's gonna have a. I mean, right
No,
now,
what's
if
the
Bill
fu-
Belichick
what's
can
the
do it-
who's Robert? No, is it Al Pacino?
Oh, I don't know.
Didn't Al Pacino just had a baby a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, yeah.
That fucker's what, 85?
Yeah, but Bill Belichick has like a 24-year-old girlfriend.
Yeah, and he doing yoga on the beach.
Well,
and
he
shit.
said he told North Carolina. He said anybody who sends me an email, CC my girlfriend on it so she can read it.
Oh,
So he's like, I'm not even gonna check my emails. He's like,
oh.
my girlfriend's gonna check my email for me.
She's handling his handle.
I guess so.
She handling all the handles.
Yeah.
Doing yoga on the beach and shit. She done cracked my boy up. I seen that shit on Instagram today. Like, damn. She done softened my dude up, man. I used to fuck with Belichick. Not a Patriots fan, but he was so hardcore, didn't give a fuck. I always respected that at him. Now she got him doing yoga and shit. I ain't even done yoga yet, dog. She got you. But it's cool. It's cool. I'll give me a Tar Heels jersey, man, if you do all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch.
I think I might
I'ma
even have
watch
some
for
old
sure.
Tar Heel shit. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm just as excited for the Huskers as I am North Carolina. I want to see what he does with that. That dude ain't been in college for a year. Got a 24-year-old girlfriend, too. She going to help with the nail deals?
Probably.
'Cause he don't know shit about that.
I mean, I'm sure they hired somebody. There's some dude that works at the university.
He's
that's
how
probably
old?
really good at
How
that.
old's Belichick? 70?
He's
60s?
He's got to be 70-something.
Got a 24-year-old girlfriend? Huh. I'm impressed.
Yeah, he's 72.
I don't know why, but I'm impressed. Sugarwood. Let's call him Sugarwood. Oh, motherfucker.
So there you go.
Still dropping dick off. I hope I'm like that. I feel pretty strong about it.
Got to do yoga on the beach then, man.
I've been thinking about some Pilates, tell you the truth.
Yeah, it feels good, man. Pilates and yoga and stuff feels real good.
Yeah, man. I've been walking around with a sprained labrum in my shoulder for the past 6
Oh,
months.
yeah,
It's
awkward
loosened
shit
up.
like that.
It's loosened up last couple weeks, but that shit had me fucked up.
Yeah, there's nothing really going on in the news I want to fucking give any attention
Man, these
to.
glasses, bro. Woo.
Yeah, that earthquake was pretty crazy.
Yeah, you see that
It's like
shit?
1,700 people now are dead or something.
Oh, it's up to 17?
Yeah.
Damn, this morning I think it
That's
was
the last thing
1,000 I saw.
Yeah, well, yesterday it was 800, and the day before that they're like finding hundreds of people a day.
Ooh, and I know I've asked this question before, but tornado, hurricane, earthquake, or flood?
Probably tornado.
Tornado. I said tornado too.
Because tornadoes like, because a flood, you probably don't have the right insurance for that, and you're probably fucked.
Never do.
And even if you have flood insurance, they don't cover stuff in your basement, and it's like, well, that's the part
Shouldn't
that
have had a basement.
That's the part that flooded.
Or your basement
So
was too
floods,
low anyway.
floods are scary. If a flood's bad enough, I don't know. It just feels like it takes like a huge biblical type flood, because we had that one in 2019 that was like huge, and it wasn't like there wasn't like hundreds of people dead.
Right.
It was a big deal, and like
That takes a lot. I
fucked a
agree.
ton of
It takes
people's
a
life.
lot. For
like that's
that.
like doesn't
Things
happen.
have to happen for that to
Yeah.
happen.
Doesn't happen super often.
Right.
In a flood, it's like a bunch of your shit got ruined, and that sucks. But it's like wasn't super destructive. It didn't like set the economy back super far or anything.
Right.
And then hurricanes are like, I mean, hurricanes are scary, but I don't know, they happen all the time. And you can like you see them come in and you can leave.
That's probably the only plus I said. You get time to get away from it,
Yeah,
but you're coming
that's
back to
what's-
nothing.
That's what's scary about like,
Virtually, you're coming back to. You're always gonna come back to nothing.
that's what's scary about tornadoes is like just kind of they just pop up whenever.
They
like,
pop up whenever.
like they can just go whoop.
Whenever.
So that's a little weird.
even scarier at night. And
super scary at night.
total compassion for anybody that's ever been through it. But a tornado, you can watch that thing take out 4 or 5 of your neighbors' houses, and that thing will veer off into an open field, and that'll be it.
Well, see, that's why I kind of tornadoes like a hurricane lasts a long time, and it's like it's gonna fuck up the entire area.
You got the front wall, the eye, and then that rear fucking wall, however they say it.
It's like everybody's shit's getting fucked up, but a tornado is like I'm fucking up this neighborhood and I'm skipping that one, and then so that's like your chances of not getting fucked up in a tornado are better. But tornadoes are scary too.
Says the two Midwestern motherfuckers.
It's all scary.
It's all scary.
I mean, earthquakes are like I've been through like 3 or 4, but I slept through all of them. So
slept through them all?
Yeah, I didn't even know. I woke up and
out like, when you were out there.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Oh, you feel that earth
in
California too?"
When I was out there. Maybe I did. I don't know. I just didn't know. I don't know.
There was like a couple small ones in Afghanistan too, and I'm like, I fucking slept.
Really?
Yeah.
They have earthquakes over there?
Yes, like small ones. So an earthquake needs to be really bad for it to even be like that. But
this one was what? What was it on the?
I don't even know. Let's see. But yeah, tornado probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tornado. All day.
If I had to pick, 2 hours ago, the death toll hit 1,700.
Wow.
All right, let's see. Here's a whole breakdown. What caused it? Well, it's the same shit that causes all of the earthquakes.
Was it a tsunami?
Plate shifting. Well, I think we got to worry about the tsunami. So I think what happens is there's an earthquake, and then like on the other side, a tsunami happens, like on the other side of the planet.
It pushes it, then it comes back.
Yeah.
Pushes it away, then comes back.
Myanmar sits right on a fault line, kind of like California does. It was a 7.7 on the Richter scale.
And still not bigger than the one that hit Haiti back in... That one, they say, kind of knocked us off our axis even a little bit. But still, I mean, when it collapses fucking skyscrapers and shit. Or the video of the pool water falling off of the skyscraper. Oh, my God, man.
Apparently the soil is really soft.
Well, so it's an island that they built onto, right?
No, it's part of the mainland. It's like it's on the coast, but it's tucked up in here.
Okay.
And then they got this strip that goes way down on the coast like that.
Oh well, shit. There it is.
Looks kind of islandy.
Y'all live right on that. Ugh, man.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. So a bunch of buildings fell down and whatever. But I think that's where like I feel like earthquakes aren't that bad. I feel like it's our fault earthquakes are bad. Because if it wasn't, like, if you're not in a skyscraper or something, then an earthquake's not...
There's a lot of drilling and a lot of... You're taking a lot of earth away.
I mean, not even that. I just mean, like, the infrastructure. Like, what's dangerous in an earthquake is, like, power lines falling and buildings falling down. But if we didn't build that shit, it wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
And you would just, like, shake, and then it'd be over. Like, trees would fall down, probably. But
I mean...
So it's like the things that make earthquakes dangerous are all like man-made, like buildings falling over and shit.
I think about the holes that the World Trade Center left. That was stories. That wasn't just like a basement. That was like several stories down that they had to fucking dig just to clean that shit out. Yeah. So you get to fucking with bedrock and shit that you ain't never supposed to be drilling into and taking out and taking away. Yeah, you're gonna make some shit unsteady.
Yeah, but if you're just like
probably won't even be where you're doing the work at. It could be somewhere in another fucking country or somewhere up another coastline, and you'll get shit that happens like
if you're just like in the middle of a field during an earthquake, I feel like it's not even...
Yeah, would you?
Like nothing could even happen to you. Really, you could just like sit down on the ground and you would just shake, and then like there's nothing that's going to fall on you.
You remember the one that happened here?
Like all these people in Myanmar got buried by buildings. Like if the buildings weren't there, most of them wouldn't have died probably. So that's what I mean. Like what the things that make an earthquake dangerous, like we put them there.
Quite a few newly. I think the one that collapsed. I think that was under construction. Looked like it was still under construction. And yeah, it was an earthquake, but damn, I mean, what kind of materials are you using?
I don't know,
I mean, even in California, they're starting to use.
There's been 6 of these in the last 100 years, it says.
Or
in this
build
area.
buildings on springs. I mean, Mother Nature is going to be undefeated for the rest of. But they, at least
That's another thing
California
that's
is
just
building.
crazy, man.
Was that?
That's another thing that's just crazy. Like, that earthquakes are even a thing. You can just be sitting there, and then all of a sudden it's just.
Well,
it's crazy.
man,
That's a thing that can
just
happen.
think about it like this. That's how the Colorado Rockies were fucking made.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and this probably ain't even millions of fucking earthquakes that happened to get them motherfuckers that high and that wide. It probably is more than a million, but it's probably billions of earthquakes that had to happen.
Let's see.
For that shit to build up like it did.
Let's do how long Rocky Mountains take to form.
Great fucking question.
Let's see. Took probably between 80 to 55 million years.
So how many earthquakes? God damn. And probably, did they happen more back then?
An older mountain range, the ancestral Rocky Mountains, existed in the area 300 million years ago, eroded all the way away, and now there's new mountains there again. Damn. See, that's what's crazy is the Earth's been around a long time.
What?
Dude. And there wasn't even anybody around to see it. Like, it was just happening. This shit was just going on. That's what blows my mind. It's like, this shit was just happening for no reason.
There was a whole nother mountain range.
Yeah, and then it
maybe bigger, maybe
went
not.
away, came back.
That eroded away. And
A whole other mountain range that nobody has ever even saw. That was gone for 300 million years before anybody even saw the Rocky Mountains.
Now wrap your fucking mind around that.
It's crazy. They found a black hole that could fit. I think it said 400 billion suns in it.
I saw that.
And I'm like, why? Like, why does that even exist? For what? That just happened.
Has it been there? What is it doing?
And I can't comprehend how big one sun is. I can't even comprehend how big 1 billion of something is. So to even try to comprehend how big 400 billion suns, like I can't even picture 400 billion suns, let alone how big they are.
How do you even figure that
I can't even
out?
picture 400 billion dots.
I don't think I've ever
I don't even know what a
seen
billion
that many in my life.
Like if I tried to imagine $1 billion, $1 bills stacked up, I'm probably way off. I probably don't even know what that is. Let's find out. 1 billion
One.
stacked. Yeah, I was off. I was way off.
Fill up this whole house.
A billion?
Bust this bitch out the seams.
$1 billion? Yeah, well, yeah.
A billion ones?
$1 billion $1 bills. If you stacked $1 billion $1 bills, it would be 70 miles high.
We going to Council Bluffs.
If you stood,
we going to the casino.
If you stood them up like this, $1 billion $1 bills would go it'd go past Council Bluffs. It's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah, we might make it to. Shit, where are we going? What's after Council Bluffs?
Like 400 times that. That's
damn.
We're practically going all the way across the country.
70 miles.
And that's just even to comprehend the number 400 billion. And I still can't even really.
Well, me and Jenna talked about that.
And then how big is the sun?
Like it wasn't rare to hear like millions of dollars, millionaires in the 1980s. You always heard about millionaires, and you might have heard the occasional billionaire. What was that? Lifestyles of the rich and the famous. Robin Links. You heard of the occasional. Now we're hearing billionaire and trillionaire like every other day.
Yeah.
It's like
billionaires are not super rare.
They're
anymore,
not super. They're not rare at all anymore.
And
And we're talking 1980s, bro. That really
and they
wasn't that long
literally
ago.
can't even they couldn't even spend that much money if they wanted to.
In a lifetime.
That's crazy. Yeah. So the sun is 864,000 miles across. You could fit 1.3 million Earths inside the sun. I can't even comprehend how big the
That's
Earth
stupid.
is.
That's just stupid.
So you can fit 1.3 million Earths inside of that. And that thing that you can fit 1 million Earths in, you could fit 400 billion of those inside of this black hole. And that shit's just out there. We're sitting here talking about football or whatever.
Yeah.
And that black hole is just out there.
Yeah. See, those the conversations I like to hear.
It's weird, dude. It's not even like it's weird. Not even scary, just weird.
Not scary at all. Why would it be scary?
It's just weird.
It's why. It's why for me.
Well, yeah, like
why?
Accidentally? This shit just happened?
Why?
I don't know. Maybe there isn't one.
Is that where we came from, or are we going to go back to it?
Both. Yeah. Both.
They say this motherfucker, if we're talking about the same one, they say it's swallowing shit and spitting shit out.
I'm sure it is. That's what they do.
I mean, why wouldn't? I mean,
that's what they
it's
do.
a hole.
Man. Someday somebody's going to go into one of those and find out what happens. Someday somebody's going to be like, doing it.
I believe they've tried.
No, yeah. I don't think we can even get to one yet.
Not sending man. I believe we tried, though. I believe.
Oh, like sending
all powerful countries.
Like sending something through.
Yeah, all powerful countries have tried probably several times or another to send something somewhere, non-disclosed, something like that.
At least officially. Oh yeah, they're too far away. Humanity has not sent anything into a black hole and currently lacks the technology to do so because the closest one is
how many fucking light years?
1,600 light years away. So 1,600 light years.
What is a light year? What is 1 light year? What is it?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Because a light year is how far light can travel in 1 year time. So if you started a stopwatch for a year, that's how far light could go. So one light year is 6 trillion miles.
Man, get the fuck out of here with that shit, man. Yeah. Get the fuck out of here. 6 trillion miles? Where the fuck we going? We can only go around Earth so many times and not get bored.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Man, so.
Yeah, so that's like, it's like 9, I don't even know the number. It's like 9 decillion miles away.
Yeah, we got to make up some shit.
Miles away. It's 9 with 16 zeros after it, whatever that means. Whatever number that would be. Yeah, so that's the closest black hole.
You don't need one of them calculators they give you for that 9th grade math class to do that.
Well, and then like, I don't know, science makes me believe even more in shit. Like Bigfoot's not real, but that is, like if if I was like, if all I knew was if I lived in a forest and you abducted me and you're like, okay, here's what a black hole is, and here's Bigfoot. Which one of these things do you think is real? I'd be like, well, Bigfoot seems pretty real. I'd be like, the big giant vortex in the sky that just sucks everything up. That doesn't seem that real to me. And like nebulas and stuff. You ever looked at nebulas? Those are crazy. I don't even know what those are. It's just gas or something.
That's what they say. Exploding gas, burning gas. I think it's exploding gas.
Yeah, it's just like there's just shit.
Like they just explode.
Like space just looks like that.
But those auras take fucking years, light years to fucking, happen.
Well, and some of these
some of those auras have been happening for probably fucking 16 light years. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Well, and some of these things are like light years across. So
right. So light years across.
Some of these things are 6 trillion miles across.
Yeah. I mean, I just watched something the other day. I think they're like literally explosions that may have happened like 1 million years ago. And those auras are taking that long to become what they are. And I'm probably saying that wrong, but trying to put it in my words.
They're vast clouds of gas and dust in space acting as stellar nurseries where stars are born, and also they're remnants of dying stars. So stars die and turn into nebulas, and then nebulas turn into new stars.
So an explosion creating...
Yeah, so it's all...
It's
all a circle, man.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Damn, why?
You ever heard of Taoism? I'm gonna look into Taoism.
What's that?
It's kind of like... I feel like it's kind of like Buddhism.
Okay.
I haven't looked into it a whole lot, but I feel like the vibe of it is like we don't know what's going on, and maybe we're not supposed to. But
not here, we're not supposed to.
But like wherever we came from, that's where we're going. Whatever it is, that's it's gonna happen again. So it's like, I don't know. It's about this thing called the Tao. And the Tao, like, they don't ever really. I mean, I'm super, like, I've only looked into it for like 20 minutes. But they don't ever. The Tao is like a mysterious thing. They don't really know what the Tao is, but the Tao is like the force that like makes the universe work. So maybe the Tao, like, some people would call that God or whatever.
God.
Yeah, but they don't. They just call it the Tao, and like they acknowledge like we don't know what it is, but it's something, and it's about just trying to understand it.
I mean, nobody does.
It's supposed to be really like ethical, and like, really into like whatever's like naturally supposed to happen is what happens. And
where does it come from?
It's Chinese. It's like ancient Chinese, like Confucius and Lao Tzu. Like those are Taoist type guys, I think. Yeah, and it's about you more than anything. And it's about like self-realization and your enlightenment and stuff. And what I like about it is I was reading some stuff about it, and it was, I don't even remember who it was. One of the like ancient Chinese philosopher guys is like, and you're not necessarily even aware when you're enlightened. So you spend like your whole life like trying to be enlightened, and maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't. You don't know if it happened or not.
It may feel good, it may
so
hurt.
It's like a constant pursuit. Like there's never a point where you go, okay, I'm done, I did it.
No,
because you
it
don't
work that way.
Because and then other people might see you and feel like you're enlightened or whatever, but you like shouldn't be aware of it yourself. So it's just shit like that. So yeah, the Tao. It's about the Tao. The Tao is the fundamental principle of the universe. All things are connected and unified in the Tao. The purpose of humans is to live in harmony with the Tao, not like fuck it up. To do what like we're here to do, whatever it is. The Tao is a mysterious force that causes change. The Tao is not a god, but rather a chaotic power that governs reality. Like that seems like
your soul.
That seems like honestly closer to what like physicists and stuff talk about, like dark matter and shit now. And how dark matter controls, we don't even know or understand what it is, and we can't see it, but we know it's there just because of math or something. So
all
like,
in the numbers.
Well, like some of these ancient religions sound more like
that's what everybody
like
was.
What's happening than some like, not like Jesus and God and stuff sounds similar, but some of this, like when you listen to some of these ancient people talk about how they're like, we don't understand it, but here's what's going on. And it sounds a lot like people talking about dark matter when they're like, we don't understand it, but it happens. You know, it's just weird.
I can dig it.
Yeah, so they do stuff like
find your thing, dog. If it's your thing, find your thing. If it works for you,
it's big on meditation, internal alchemy, whatever that is, self-cultivation, feng shui, stuff like that. Yeah, originated in China in 6th century BC. A key influence in Chinese and Tibetan spiritual and religious thought, Taoism became well known in the 8th century as the religion of the Tang dynasty. So it's really close to, I think Taoism is actually how it's pronounced with a D.
Mm-hmm.
But it's pretty close to Buddhism. Oh, actually, it's not. That was ignorant of me to say that. Buddhism is an offshoot of Hinduism. Taoism, on the other hand, is based on the philosophical ideas of Lao Tzu. Yeah, but some of these Greek motherfuckers, like, do you know when they, like, when you think about atoms, like, oh, when did they discover atoms? And it was, okay. I'm going to find out when we actually discovered atoms. So when they actually discovered atoms, that was John Dalton in the early 1800s, discovered atoms, or like the smallest building block, whatever. But this dude, Democritus, ancient Greek guy, in like 6th century BC.
I've seen this name. I've read this name before.
Like he just was like, I'm pretty sure that everything is made out of these really, really small particles, and I don't know what to call them, so I'm going to call them atoms. And they're the smallest building block of everything, and they're always in motion, and they're never actually touching each other. and you can't split them. He was wrong about that because you can't split it. It makes a huge explosion when you split them because that's how atom bombs and stuff work. That's like nuclear fission shit.
Right.
But he was right about all that. And it's like, how did you? Like, he didn't even have a microscope. How could he? Like, he's just sitting there and he's like, I think my finger is made out of teeny tiny individual particles, and he was right about most of it.
I mean, we can go all the way back to like the pyramids, Nikola Tesla. I don't like to give Benjamin Franklin too much credit if you really know the facts about that, because he stole a lot of ideas, or we're given a lot of ideas. I think, man, we fucking with just some special kinds of people in a special kind of time doing some special kind of fucking shit, and they were able to tap into something. Like maybe they were sent from the future or the past, we don't know, to discover this for the people at the time, during the time. Not so much magicians. I don't want to water it down like that, but special kinds of people. 1800s to discover something, to even be sitting thinking about something like that and able to figure it out. Is there a timeline how long it took him?
I mean, he was alive for like probably 60, 70 years, so sometime in
Not
there,
so,
you know,
not
like,
yeah, special kind of. It had to be
yeah.
just a special motherfucker, dog, at a special kind of time.
He was right, man.
And he was right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look into Taoism. I'm gonna read some books and shit. I just like the vibe, man. The belief Taoism. It basically started from Lao Tzu. I've just been really into. I like every day when I get to work, I have this whiteboard and I erase whatever I wrote on it the last day, and I put a new just quote on it, like about whatever, about feeling good or change or like whatever the fuck. And half the time I end up putting a Lao Tzu quote on there because he's the one that said like, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, yes, shit, sir. Like that. Like that's Lao Tzu. Like to a quiet mind, the whole universe surrenders. That's Lao Tzu. Like the stuff that Bruce Lee said about water, and when you put water in a cup, it becomes the cup, and when you put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Like that's all Lao Tzu stuff.
You must flow like water. One of my favorite quotes of Bruce Lee.
Yeah, so Lao Tzu, and that's what I like about this too, is there's not like some like holy like
super not worshiping a man,
supernatural guy. It's just right. This dude wrote this book about how he thinks maybe the universe works, and it's about it's just this belief that this like your spirit just like rejoins the universe where it came from. And then you see these things like quantum physics.
So reincarnation or.
It doesn't really. It's like
don't know.
However,
we don't know. We'll
however
see.
It works. And like, is that God? I don't know. Is that something else? I don't know. But like, however it works that's how it works. And whatever, like wherever I came from, that's where I'm going.
See what's up. Go with it.
Like if I came from nothing, then I'm going to nothing. I guess that doesn't make a ton of sense to me. But if that's what it is, it's what it is. If I came from the universe, going back to the universe. See, and then you see this. This is Popular Mechanics. I haven't read this actual whole article because you have to pay for this. But so you read about stuff like Taoism. How about like Taoists believe in spiritual immortality, where the spirit of the body joins the universe after death, and then you see these quantum physicists who your consciousness can connect with the whole universe. Yeah. New research suggests this is scientists.
Yeah. What you put into it is what you're gonna get out of it.
So
like I've been a firm believer of that for probably the last 15 years.
There's some stuff about this Taoism things that I'm like. Like some of this is making sense with like actual.
I guess I've been kind of preaching that without knowing it to people. Like, yo, man, you just ashes to ashes, dust to dust. There's a lot of meaning to that, you know. And all 90. Some argue 93 elements, some argue 94. But it depends on who you talk to. But all 93 elements found in the universe are found in our bodies. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But dude, we don't know where we're gonna go. We don't know where we came from. We'll see when we get there. Until then, be righteous. Don't fight. So
basically, in a nutshell, it's like, this is a website where people are trying to explain Taoism in like one sentence. It's like accept the way things are and work with it. And this like things are never the way they aren't. So
I like that one.
Yeah, so it's like
I like that
instead of sitting around like, oh, I wish stuff was like this, like it's not though. So here's how things are. Let's deal with it. Let it come, let it go. Yeah. It's not dependent on any teaching. The teachings are just guidebooks or maps used to help get a start on where to look. That's what I like too. It's about you.
You.
Like I'm not supposed to think. I'm not supposed to think the same thing as Lao Tzu. I'm supposed to think about what I think about what he's talking about, and then come to an understanding myself.
I told a young gentleman the other day, and I don't know if I made sense to him. Shit, I don't even know if I made sense to myself. But the way you just explain it, it's like selfless, selfish selflessness. I guess you can even reverse that, depending on the day to day. You know what I mean? But selfless selfishness. You know what I mean? Y'all can try to figure that out for yourself, but it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
On a day to day basis, I can be selfish because I have to, and the next day I can be selfless because I have to. But either way, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna flow. I'm gonna flow with mine.
Yeah. Flow is.
I'm gonna flow
It
every
is
day.
a good one. It is, take the gentlest path.
Take the
is one
gentlest
of the,
path.
Like. Yeah. So I'm gonna read some books. I'm gonna look into it, man. Because I'm not like looking for a religion necessarily, but I want to think about something,
It's all good. It's all good. So I say, find your thing.
And I don't want to go to a church and be like, oh, hey, I'm thinking about coming to church and get like the sell. I don't want somebody trying to give me a sales pitch, convincing me to believe in their religion or whatever. That's what I like about Taoism.
And even if you end up at that path at a fork in the road or whatever, you can do that right in the confines of your own home too. So don't ever feel like you got.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't need to go to church.
That ain't the word church ain't even in the Bible. The word Christian ain't even, ain't in the Bible. The church, the way my granny explained it to me, the church is the people, not no building.
True. Yep.
Some can argue with me on that, but I feel like if you know, you know. But never did I pay so much attention to, and I'm gonna just use this word, but religious freedom and practice until I went to prison and saw so much. And
there's a lot, man.
There's a lot. Some of them were religions, and some of them were spirituality, and some of them were fucking wicked.
That's what I'm after more, is like a spirituality type.
Right. And those people, it's like, damn, dog. Some of them, you're like, man, you got life plus 72, man, but you walking around here like, but this dude's tapped into this.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice to just believe, have like faith
to believe
in something. And I'm not even necessarily looking for that. I'm just looking to understand how I feel about it.
Now. The now. You're a now guy. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no good or bad about being a now guy.
Yeah.
No.
I think that's what makes Taoism something I should look into. Because it's very because the past already happened and is gone. And the future, I could drop dead right now. This, for all I know, every time my heart beats could be the last one.
So why plan too far ahead?
Yeah. And it's not even about not planning. It's about not expecting it. Not, feeling entitled to the future. And this isn't even a doubt. This is just how I feel about it. I don't feel entitled to tomorrow necessarily. I hope it happens and I have plans for tomorrow or whatever, but I'm not even necessarily I think you can't 100% expect to see it,
I understand. 110%.
Yeah. So I think it makes you appreciate stuff more. Right now. Yeah. And that's where Taoism started looking really interesting to me. It's because it is all about just really experiencing, looking and listening and just being tuned in with what's happening around you.
Right. Yeah. So I use the word engage.
Yeah.
I'll engage with it, but
yeah,
I'm not gonna.
Not even necessarily engage, just seeing it. I
see it.
I'm watching it.
I'm
aware of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe I need to disengage.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to disengage.
If I'm focusing on my doubt, if I go on a walk, to de-stress, and I'm thinking about all the problems that I have or whatever. If I was doing it in a Taoist way, you'd go on a walk and notice everything, like look at everything and hear every bird chirping and look at all the plants you see.
Oh
and,
man,
you know,
I just smelled it.
yeah, it's just like just be in the moment instead of thinking about whatever else you're thinking about.
Damn.
Because unless you're in the moment, you're like forcing it. And again, this is like a half hour of research. So I'm gonna read some. I'm gonna get some actual.
It sounds pretty extensive to me. That's just a half hour of reading. You just
just Google.
Well, I mean,
AI summaries.
It's pulling you in, dog.
AI summaries, dog.
It's pulling you in.
So I'm gonna get some actual like physical books.
That's what I mean. It's pulling you in. You just gave me a lot of information for just 30 minutes of reading.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's pulling you in, dog. Find your thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna look
if that's your thing, that's your thing.
Shit. I don't even think I'm gonna be like a Taoist. I think I'm just gonna think about.
Well,
it.
Yeah, that's when you become. I think that's when you don't want to become a poser. You know what I mean?
Right.
You ain't gotta change.
I think I'm just gonna think about stuff more.
Right. Just think about stuff more.
Because that's already like when I started like really trying to take my mental health seriously. Like being in the moment was like the biggest.
Yeah, now that's the number one thing.
Like instead of having like thinking about some shit that happened in Afghanistan or thinking about some shit that I'm worried about happening later or whatever, it's like I just need to I need to center, I need to be here, I need to put my phone down a little more often,
Well, I was gonna say that was the number one thing for me. What they tell me, I was a cynical asshole.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. And, they were right.
It's all attitude, man.
They were right, you know what I mean? But I was always ahead of myself or thinking, damn, I shouldn't have did that like that.
Yeah,
so,
and this isn't even like being cynical or being optimistic. It's just like whatever happens is what happened, and that's what happened.
Because that's what happened.
And whatever is gonna happen is what's gonna happen, and it's gonna be okay.
Because it has to.
Because it's gonna, because it's just how it's gonna go.
To happen.
So there's no point like worrying about if it's gonna be okay or not, because it is.
I mean, a lot of people only know about Murphy's Law. There's other laws.
Right. Yeah. Well, and it's a.
Murphy's you associate it because it's bad. It's the bad one. If it can go bad, it will go. But there's other laws. I don't remember them off the top, but when I had a list, there's other laws, and it tells you exactly that. Almost Taoism.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's
Damn,
cool, man.
Is it? Fuck.
Yeah.
I gotta send you that list.
I mean, some of it could be.
Send you that list.
Don't know, but I'm pretty. It's pretty in line with how I already feel.
Yeah, it sounds
about
like sounds like to me like it's pulling you in.
Everything's gonna work out. You don't need to try to force it to work out because it will.
That's always a self-inflicted wound. That's when you shoot yourself in the foot. Always.
Yeah. Well, and people that feel like Murphy's Law is a thing and feel like everything's gonna suck, they feel that way for a reason.
Right? And it's not even
like they got chewed up and spit out, and
because it's not even the top of the list. There's like 3 or 4 ahead of it. I think Murphy's might even like the 4th or the 5th. I think there's 6 total. I could be wrong, but Murphy's is like the 4th or the 5th.
Yeah.
So there's so much that you should be able to observe before when you get to that, like you've been chewed up and spit out. It's
really
self-inflicted.
Really into Stoicism too. That's what I like about Taoism too, is because it's pretty close to Stoicism, like Plato and Aristotle and Marcus Aurelius and all those guys.
Shit, dog, damn.
I like philosophers more than I like religious people. So I've been doing a lot of philosophical reading and stuff, but they're all like, I can't control what happens to me. I can only control how I feel about it. And whatever happens to me is going to happen to me anyway, and I can make it worse or I can make it better, depending on how I feel about it.
Mm.
And Taoism's a lot like that too.
Yeah, find your thing, man.
Yeah.
Roll with it.
Yeah, anyway, that's all the time we got. I'll send you some of the Taoist stuff I see. Lao Tzu's pretty cool, man. Like I'm pretty into Lao Tzu, actually, for real. I didn't even know he wrote like the Taoist book. I've just seen stuff Lao Tzu says, and I think Lao Tzu's pretty cool.
I may have seen some pieces of that. I just never picked them up. But
he's like all over.
Really
he's like all over. If like, there's probably motivational posters and shit with Lao Tzu quotes on.
Right.
But anyway,
yeah, send me that shit, man.
Yeah, that's all the time we got this week. Thanks for chilling, man. Good to see you. Thanks for listening to us. Hope you have a really, really great week, and we'll see you next time.